Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Villa Park. It's a beautiful evening here in Birmingham, unless you're a Norwich City fan, in which case kind of be a similar evening to those you've experienced when Norwich City have played away from home this season, whether you were at the game or not at the game. Norwich City losing 2-0. Both goals scored by Jonathan Kajia. Both well taken goals, both from defensive, what would you call it, errors? Just poor defending, basically. There was nothing here that we haven't seen all season. We've seen it all before. Norwich played pretty well, actually. Not well enough to win the game, which again has been a recurring theme. Conceded 2 easy goals. They did follow their game plan. It was interesting speaking to Stephen Whittaker. He said Norwich played their game plan really well, but just lost. So that to me tells me that the game plan was wrong, didn't work. Quite clearly Villa knew what they were going to get, which is they were going to let Norwich play the ball and then break them. And they did. They countered. The first goal came from a counter. Villa did it really well, actually. And Norwich had a couple of really decent chances, but just we're not in the right place to take them. I wouldn't say it was confidence. I don't know if it was focus, but their intensity wasn't there in their quality and in their final decision. It's a really curious thing. It says to me that this is a side that probably feels like the season's over, and although they will say they believe, do they really deep down believe? And that was before today, because clearly it's difficult when there's an international break and you want stuff to talk about, but a result like this underpins the fact why Norwich will finish probably somewhere between 8th and 12th this season. They've got a really tough running coming up against teams who have got that intensity and that focus in the last bit of decision making and quality that they need to produce, and they will produce it, much like Huddersfield when Norwich head there on Wednesday. Huddersfield having conceded a 96th minute goal to Burton at home. They lost. Don't think that does Norwich any favours, given the whole Stuart Webber scenario in the background and what have you too. I did hear a little dicky bird that Stuart Webber was here this afternoon. It would be very interesting to know what he made of what he was watching, because this City setup really needs a lot of work, as we know, and a real identity and philosophy as to how things are going to move forward, because simply chucking a load of these players out and bringing a load more in, it's not going to take more than that. Much more than that. What is interesting is Villa. It's been difficult for Steve Bruce, but he's made a lot of changes. That side today was good, and it's got years in it. And I wouldn't be surprised if by this time next season they are very close to going up one way or another, providing they all stay together and Steve Bruce is still in charge too. Norwich City need to get to that level of rebuilding, and they need to do it quickly. And I think over the coming weeks we'll have to start seeing that, because there is not going to be a playoff fight to get stuck into, and that's the reality of that. We already know why and what a dog ugly season it's been and all those sort of things, so we'll have to move on. Quick word for some rather classless Villa fans who decided to berate Alan Irvine while he was doing his post-match interview down at the tunnel there. Wasn't great, and I don't know if it came across on the radio interviews and what have you, but shame really. This is such a wonderful stadium. Look at it. Villa Park is fantastic, but goodness me, Norwich's record here is terrible. They haven't won here since 92, and you just know it's not going to roll for them here. So anyway, hopefully I'll get hold of Pad. He's going to Wembley tomorrow, so he's got much more exciting things to look forward to, but hopefully we'll have a chat with him about what we've just seen. Ivo Pinto was sent off in the second half for 2 yellows. That makes it interesting come Huddersfield, because Norwich effectively got Stephen Whittaker, who they're going to have to play at left back and right back at this rate. So that I don't know quite what they're going to do there. I have no idea, because they literally haven't got the fullbacks to sort it out. So that's an issue, because of course Mitchell Dykes is also still suspended for the Huddersfield game, and Ivo will serve a 1-game ban. So there we go. I think that was it really. Alex Pritchard played pretty well. Nelson Oliveira and Cameron Jerome both had great chances that they couldn't take. And Jacob was at fault for a couple of poor giveaways that let Villa break. So Villa looked a pretty decent side, and sadly I think Norwich are already playing catch up to Villa in the long run. I think that's how it's going to pan out over the next few months, which is a shame, because that wasn't really the sort of thing we wanted to learn today, even though we kind of feared it probably would be. I'll leave you to your Saturday evenings for now, and be back with Paddy hopefully in a bit. Until then, I'll leave you with the Holt End, now empty of course.